Hello guys and guys, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be talking about audio editing and why it is so important. What people kind of fail to forget when they make YouTube videos is that audio is half of your video. What I'm trying to say here is that people focus so much on the video part of their videos that they forget that audio is extremely important, and without good audio, your video drops in viewability and a whole bunch of other aspects. So it's really important to have good audio, and I really pride myself in making videos with good audio. So today I'm going to show you what I do to make the audio in my videos as good as they are, and tips on what to do and what not to do. Now first off, I'd like to say if you have any problems with this tutorial, or you have any hiccups in the process or whatever, make sure to check out the description for a list of frequently asked questions. I've done a few other tutorials in the past, and they've all come up having the same sort of problems and questions being asked in the comments. So I thought I'd organize it a little bit for you guys and make it easier for you guys to get answers. So I will be leaving a little frequently asked questions area in the description below. So if something comes up that needs to be noted, I will put it there, and you guys can be quickly helped if need be. Okay guys, so let's get into the tutorial here. So what I do to audio edit is I first off find the video that I've recorded with my recording program, which is DxStory, just a little FYI. But I find my video that needs my audio to be edited to sound better. And what I do with it is I extract the audio streams with this handy little program that comes with DxStory, my recording program. Now, if you don't have DxStory installed, no fret. I will have this little handy application for download down in the description below. So if you want to download it just to extract your audio streams, you guys can do that, and it will make it nice and simple for you guys. But since I have DxStory installed, I can go here to open with, or actually, I can go here to extract audio stream, my bad. And if I click that, it'll do the same thing as what most of you guys will be doing, which is going to be dragging and dropping the video into the audio stream splitter program. So if you do that, then it's going to give us two little files. If it gives you one file, that's okay. That just means that you have one channel set up. And what I have set up in DxStory is a channel for my voice right here, and a channel for my in-game sounds. And it doesn't matter if you have one or two, this tutorial will work the same. It's just I like to have mine separate so I can change them by themselves independently. So what I do is I find the one with my voice, and this is how it's going to sound before I audio edit it, right here. Hello guys and guys, and welcome back to some more Hunger Games. We're here, and there's a massive amount of other people. Okay, so that's how it's going to sound before I audio edit it. And yeah, you can just check which one is your voice and which one is your in-game sounds by just playing them like I just did, if you have two. If you have one, you don't need to worry about that. So I find the one that's my voice and the one I want to make changes to, because you don't really need to make changes to your in-game audio. I mean, it's pretty much how it is. You don't need to change it. But my voice, the volume is way too low, and I've got background noise going on, and just a whole bunch of unwanted stuff is happening. So in order to fix that, I download a free program called Audacity, and it's really, really, really helpful. I can fix all the things I just mentioned, and even more if you need be. So what I do is I either drag my file that I want to audio edit into Audacity, into the little icon, or I right click open with Audacity. And if you don't see this this option right here, it may be because you've just never opened an audio file with Audacity, so it may not show up. So you can just go ahead and drag it in. And the third way you can do it is just open up Audacity like that. It may take a while. There are a lot of plugins and effects you can put on your voice, but the ones I'm going to go over today are pretty much the standard. So once it finishes loading, it'll come up with this little window, and that's the program, that's Audacity. And the third way you can put it into Audacity, instead of right clicking open with and that, or dragging it in is you can actually drag it straight into the program, and that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so now that you've done that, I'm going to go ahead and maximize it so you guys can see what I'm doing. And pretty much this is our audio right here. Hello guys and welcome back to some more Hunger Games. Alright, so already you can see there's a lot of changes we have to make. First off, the volume is really quiet. You can see that it only goes up to right about here, and the peaks should go up to about right here. And now, before I do anything else, I just want to explain to you what these blue lines are. You guys might be asking yourselves. These are sort of like the volume levels. Like, as you see, when I play it right here, like, this is where it's going to start playing. And if I hit play, it's going to go over this little bump, and that means I'm talking. Yep, get on, kid. So, that's pretty much what these peaks are. As you can see, if I play it on a flat bit, I'm not talking. So that's pretty much what's happening here. That's what these little bumps are, and that's my voice pretty much. That's my voice talking. So usually what I do first is I go up, I select everything by hitting Control A, and if you don't want to do that, you can just drag and do that. If you're a rebel, but I wouldn't suggest that, you can just hit Control A, and that will select everything, and you can go up to Effect up in the top, and you can go down to Compressor. Now these are my settings. You can feel free to copy these at any time. These might not be the best for you, but that's what I do, and that's what works, for me especially. I have my threshold at -4 decibels, noise floor at -40 decibels, my ratio is 5:1, my attack time is 0.2 seconds, and my decay time is 1.0 seconds. Alright, so if you want, you can hit preview. I already know how it's going to come out, and I like it, so I'm going to hit OK. And that's pretty much going to apply the effect to my audio right here. And as you can see, the volume went up a whole bunch. Some more Hunger Games. And now it sounds a little bit normal. But as you can see right here, besides the weird clicking that was going on, there's a lot of background noise, and you can see that. When I hit Control Z, you can see that there's pretty much no background noise here. But when I bump up the volume, the background noise kind of reveals itself, and we can now see that it's a problem. So to get rid of that background noise, we can do that right now, but we might have to do it again later. So I always like to get rid of the background noise as my last step after I apply all my effects. So I'm going to get to that a little bit later. I just wanted you guys to notice how there was a little bit of background noise there. So pretty much what I do next is I select everything again, and I go up here to Effect, and I go down to Bass Boost. I'm not sure where that is. I think it's under Bass and Treble. Yeah, it is, I think. Yeah. And what I like to do, and you may not want to do this if you're a girl, because it might come out sounding a little bit weird, but to make my audio a little bit enjoyable, I just bump up my bass to about 12. And that pretty much makes my commentary a little bit more listenable, and it makes it a little bit better sounding to my audience. And since audio is very important in a video, I feel like that's something that is very important to do. So I bump it up to about 12, and I hit OK. As you can see, the noise, the background noise, totally gets bumped up even more, and that's okay because we're going to fix it later, but I just want you to notice how all these different effects sort of alter the bad stuff. So if we play it now, there's a lot of background noise, but we'll fix that in just a little bit. So now what we want to do is do the noise removal. What I do is I find a part where it's only the background noise, which I just played, which is right here. And if you play back, it's all background noise, and that's good. We want to select the background noise, and what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, this is the stuff we want to remove, and then once the program knows that we want this part that we have selected right here to be removed, we can then apply it to the whole thing. So to sort of tell the program what we want to remove, we select the part that is just the background noise, and we go up to Effect and Noise Removal. And once we do that, we can go and click Get Noise Profile, and that's pretty much telling the program, hey, this is what is bad and this is what we want to remove. So we hit that, and the program now knows what we want to remove, and now we can just do the regular Control A to select everything, and then go back to this dialog. Instead of clicking this again, we go down to the bottom, and you can copy my settings. I have my noise reduction to 24 decibels, my sensitivity to 0, frequency smoothing to 150, and my attack/decay time to 0.15. So after you have that, make sure your selection is set to remove. This will remove the background noise instead of getting rid of everything that isn't the background noise. So it's very important that you hit remove right here. If I have this right now, it'll get rid of all my talking and it'll just leave the background noise, which is not what we want. So now we hit this, it'll basically take everything that we selected and hit Get Noise Profile. You know how we selected that little noise bit? It'll now take that and use that as a template and remove all the background noise throughout the whole entire thing, and it's really handy. So we hit that, and there you go. As you can see, the background noise got removed. You can see there's a little bit right here, but I think that's just my keyboard clicking. Yeah, it is. And there's nothing really you can do about that, but I just got rid of all the background noise and just made your audio pretty much 90% better and more listenable too. If I'm up here and I were a chest, where would I be? Alright, so as you can tell, that is a lot better. But as you can also see, our audio isn't quite at full volume. It's kind of like halfway up to the top of the little box here. So the highest peak I think is this one at the end, and it doesn't go, I mean, it goes all the way up to the top, but look at it in comparison to the other peaks right here. All the other peaks are really low, and this one's especially kind of high. So what we do is we go up to Effect and Amplify, and right now it's set to negatives because it sees that this peak is going above the top, and what Audacity tries to do is keep everything within the box. Like, see how this is pretty much going outside of the box right here? I mean, the peak still goes, you just can't see it. And that will cause what's called clipping if your peaks go outside of the box. And clipping is when a noise is too loud to be heard by the common speaker, and it just makes this sort of like sound, and it distorts your audio. So to fix that, there's nothing we can really do about this peak right here, and it's okay because it's one out of many, and it probably won't sound bad. But as you can see, it kind of tapers in, and then you have this line right here. What we kind of want to do is find like the base little taper. I know I'm explaining this kind of weird, but just follow with me here. So what we want to do is pretty much make it louder. So we want to amplify it, let's say about 3 decibels, and you're going to want to click Allow Clipping. Otherwise, you won't be able to hit OK. As you can see, it just bumped it up a whole little bit, and now it's a little bit louder, and it won't be quiet, and you won't have to bump up your speakers if you want to hear my commentary. Quite scared because we're starting in like 10 seconds. I am. So that's a lot better, but as you can see, a lot of it is still like only halfway. So what I do is go to the envelope tool up here, and if I click that, we can now just drag it manually. And if you're wondering why we didn't just do this in the first place, is because you can only go up so far with the envelope tool, and you want to amplify just a little bit before you do the envelope tool. Always, you won't be able to bump up the volume all the way. So you just want to find a perfect place. Like, you see where a lot of the peaks are kind of right around here. The average peak is right around here. You want to find like the average peak, and I think it's about right here. So what you want to do is you want to find that and put that up to the top. Alright, and now if you hit your selection tool again, and you hit somewhere and you play it back, oh nice, what do we got? Oh, come on, that's rubbish. That's rubbish. So now it sounds pretty much perfect. You got rid of the background noise, and you bass boosted it to make your voice sound a little bit better and a little bit more listenable too, and you bumped up the volume so it's not so hard to hear anymore. Now, as you can see, this peak right here at the end that was already pretty high volume, and we just bumped everything up more. It's going to cause a little bit of a problem. Hopefully not too big of a problem. No. That was when I died in Hunger Games. But as you can see, it did clip. It did go above the top here with its peak. And it's okay. It came out sounding okay. And what we got, the majority of our audio looks fine, and it is actually hearable now that we bumped up the volume. So now we're pretty much done, and you can go here to File and Export. And if we hit that, it will export all of our audio to a file. Now we want to replace the file that was just kind of like, it was bad. It was the original audio which had background noise and stuff. So you want to find where you had your original audio that you dragged into Audacity. In my case, it's on my desktop, and what you want to do is you just want to find that location, give it the same name. It does it pretty much automatically for you, but you just want to give it the same name, and you want to hit save, and it'll ask you if you want to replace it. You're gonna hit yes because you don't want the old audio anymore. All right, and you don't have to worry about this, and it will export it. So now, if we minimize Audacity and we go back to our file, and it renames the old one that was unedited. It renames it with -old1 at the end. So as you can see, this is our exported one. So you can do whatever you want with this. I like to keep it around just in case, but you can just delete it if you want. But here's our finished audio. Hello guys and guys, and welcome back to some more Hunger Games. So as you can tell, it's a lot better. Now, you may be wondering, or you may be saying that this is a long process, and I'm not sure I want to do this for every single video. And I totally understand, and there's a way to go about fixing it. So, say I had recorded another clip, and I went to go audio edit it, and here, let's just revive this out of the, let's revive this little audio clip that I deleted. This is the old one, this is the original one that we took out of here. Let's just delete this real quick. So, I'm deleting our finished one, because we're done with it, but I didn't need it. So this is our unedited one. Hello guys and welcome back. And it's not good. And say we went back to audio edit it again. But this time, we're going to take something that will extremely speed up the process. Alright, so here we are. We're back where we were before I started the tutorial with everything unedited. As you can see, it's really quiet and stuff, and it's not really the best. But what we can do is we can make what's called a chain. Now, in Audacity, a chain is a list of events that you would normally do by hand, but it does it automatically, and you can customize it to your liking. So right here, I already have one set up for my commentaries, and it went through the same thing that we did. We compressed it, and we bass and trebled it, and we amplified, and the noise removal doesn't really work in the chain process, which is like an automatic process. It doesn't really work in chains, so I apply this chain, and it does everything, and then I just fix the noise by hand. Now, as you can see, I've normalized. You don't really need to worry about that. I don't even know why I have it in there, so I don't know. You can put it in if you want. But what we're going to be focusing on in the Edit Chains menu is Add, and we'll just name this Tutorial. And you won't have any of the commentary stuff in here because you haven't made it yet. But you can name this whatever you want. I would name it like Commentary Changes or Commentary Audio Edit Changes or something like that. And this will create a new chain, and you can add all the same effects. So we'll go here, and we'll find our first effect, which was compressor. And if you double click it, you can go here to edit parameters, and it's the same window, and you can set it back to the same settings. I'm not really sure if these are the right settings. I'm just gonna try to find a little happy medium here. I think that was at -40. I don't know, but once you're okay with the settings that I talked about earlier, if you want, you can rewind the video to where I went over all these settings. You hit OK, and OK. As you can see, it put it there. So this is basically a list of events that's going to go through. First of all, as you see, it says 01. That's the first thing it's going to do, and that's compressor. And then if we hit insert, we want to do another one. And the next thing we did was a bass boost. So we'll find bass and treble. There we go. We'll double click it and edit parameters. And we put that up to 12, right? Hit OK and OK. As you see, it puts that in there. And then we want to hit insert again, and we want to find our amplify, which is should be, yeah, there it is. And then our amplify, double click, and then hit edit parameters. We bump that up to 3, and then we're gonna hit allow clipping. Okay, and okay. As you see, we have our list here, and now whenever we click our tutorial chain and we apply it to the project, it will do all these things for us, and we don't have to worry about doing it by hand. So yeah, hit OK, and now time to test it out. Go here to File, Apply Chain, and click on your chain. In this case, ours is tutorial, and apply to current project. And it does it all for you. No need to worry about anything. As you can see, we haven't done the noise removal because we have to do that one by hand. So just go ahead and do your process of noise removal. That's a little bit of noise. Effect, noise removal, get noise profile, select everything, effect, noise removal, okay. And then we get rid of all the noise, and we just sped up our process by about 70%. Not even. Okay, see, it's the same thing, and we got the same audio, and we effectively made it a lot simpler of a process, and now all you have to do is just hit File, Apply Chain, apply your chain, and then remove the noise, and you're done. You can hit Control-Shift-E, or you can go to File and Export, and save it like we did before. So we'll just save it to the regular old name that we had before, and we'll want to replace it. And there you go. It's the same thing, except for a lot faster. I don't want to save changes to that. And there you go. There's your edited audio. You can get rid of the old one. Let me just delete that. And now you can just open this up and combine it with your video in pretty much any editing software. And yeah, there you go. And now make sure when you're editing that you remove the audio from the standard video, because that's going to be the bad audio and it's going to have background noise. So when you're in your editing program, just get rid of the audio from here by muting it, and then just drag this on underneath your audio. Now, you may not be able to do this with Windows Movie Maker or a lot of basic video editors, but in many of the most popular ones like Premiere and Sony Vegas, you will be able to drag this underneath the video clip, and it will play just the same. And you also drag in your game sounds, and there you go. It plays back, and you have effectively very good audio, a lot better than you would have had normally. You may not have to do this process, but I think if you don't have a lot of money to buy an expensive microphone, you can just buy a $20 one from Walmart, use this technique, and your audio will sound near close to a professional microphone. Now, it's gonna not sound as great, but it's gonna be pretty up there. And I think using this technique, it really paves the way for a lot of new and upcoming YouTubers, because they don't have to spend a lot of money on a good microphone. They can just have an okay microphone and use this trick, and you'll have really good audio. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said before, if you have any questions about anything I went over in this video, you can go to the description below, and there will be a frequently asked questions box, and you can read up there if you're having any problems. If it isn't listed in the frequently asked questions area, you can always leave a comment and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like if this helped you at all. It really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. and simple for you guys. But since I have DxStory installed, I can go here to open with, or actually, I can go here to extract audio stream, my bad. And if I click that, it'll do the same thing as what most of you guys will be doing, which is going to be dragging and dropping the video into the audio stream splitter program. So if you do that, then it's going to give us 2 little files. If it gives you 1 file, that's okay. That just means that you have 1 channel set up. And what I have set up in DxStory is a channel for my voice right here, and a channel for my in-game sounds. And it doesn't matter if you have 1 or 2, this tutorial will work the same. It's just I like to have mine separate so I can... Hello guys and guys, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be talking about audio editing and why it is so important. What people kind of fail to forget when they make YouTube videos is that audio is half of your video. What I'm trying to say here is that people focus so much on the video part of their videos that they forget that audio is extremely important, and without good audio, your video drops in viewability and you know, a whole bunch of other aspects. So it's really important to have good audio and change them by themselves independently. So what I do is I find the one with my voice, and this is how it's gonna sound before I audio edit it, right here. Hello guys and guys, and welcome back to some more Hunger Games. We're here, and there's a massive amount of other people. Okay, so that's how it's gonna sound before I audio edit it. And yeah, you can just check which one is your voice and which one is your in-game sounds by just playing them like I just did, if you have 2. If you have 1, you don't need to worry about that. So I find the one that's my voice and the one I want to make changes to, because you don't really need to make changes to your in-game audio. I mean, it's pretty much how it is. You don't need to change it. But my voice, the volume is way too, can be quickly helped if need be. Okay guys, so let's get into the tutorial here. So what I do to audio edit is I first off find the file, the video that I've recorded with my recording program, which is DxStory, just a little FYI. But I find my video that needs my audio to be edited to sound better. And what I do with it is I extract the audio streams with this handy little program that comes with DxStory, my recording program. Now, if you don't have DxStory installed, no fret. I will have this little handy application for download down in the description below. So if you want to download it just to extract your audio streams, you guys can do that, and it'll make it nice. I really pride myself in making videos with good audio. So today I'm going to show you what I do to make the audio in my videos as good as they are, and tips on what to do and what not to do. Now first off, I'd like to say if you have any problems with this tutorial, or you have any hiccups in the process or whatever, make sure to check out the description for a list of frequently asked questions. I've done a few other tutorials in the past, and they've all come up having the same sort of problems and questions being asked in the comments. So I thought I'd organize it a little bit for you guys and make it easier for you guys to get answers. So I will be leaving a little frequently asked questions area in the description below. So if something comes up that needs to be noted, I will put it there, and you guys can